Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I will be reading a Kinich by me. So let's get into it. It was one of those days when you just wanted to feel comfortable, so you had picked something simple and light. Kinich, lounging nearby, had been watching you with a quiet smile, his eyes glinting mischievously. Suddenly, you felt a light tug at your skirt. His hand had slipped beneath the fabric, gently lifting it just a fraction. Kinich, what are you doing? He squeaked, turning around quickly, your cheeks flushed in surprise. He chuckled lightly at your outburst, clearly amused by your reaction. What? I was merely admiring you, he asked, his voice full of playful innocence. You pouted, trying to look as indignant as possible, while smoothing your skirt back down. You could admire without lifting my skirt. His grin widened, completely unbothered by your mock outrage. But you're truly adorable when you get all flustered like this. You turned away from him, crossing your arms over your chest. I'm not cute nor adorable. I'm trying to be serious here, you muttered, though you couldn't hide the warmth in your cheeks. Kinich rose from his seat, stepping closer. You could feel his presence behind you before his hands slid gently around your waist, pulling you back against him. You're always adorable, Lion, he whispered, his voice soft against your ear, sending a shiver down your spine. I am trying to be mad at you, you said, trying to sound stern, but the smile pulling at your lips betrayed you. Are you really? Because looking at you now, you don't seem very mad to me, he teased, pressing a soft kiss to the side of your neck. You pouted again, but this time it was harder to keep up the act. His warmth, his closeness. It was hard to stay upset when all you felt was affection, radiating from him. You always do this, he grumbled half-heartedly, leaning back into his embrace. I can't help it. You're irresistible when you're like this, he murmured, his lips brushing your ear in a way that made your heart race. You let out a huff, though it was clear your heart was not in it. You're impossible, you know that. And you love it, he replied smoothly, turning you around in his arms so you were face to face. His eyes were soft, filled with that familiar warmth that made your pulse quicken. Maybe you admitted, rolling your eyes, though the smile tugging at your lips was undeniable. But don't you dare think you can get away with teasing me forever. He tilted his head, giving you that crooked grin that you loved so much. Oh, and what are we going to do about it? You pressed your hands against his chest, gently pushing him back as you tried to hold on to your serious expression. I will come up with something. I'm sure of it, you tried to say with a confident nod. But in reality, even you couldn't take the threat seriously. Kinich chuckled, his hand reaching out to brush a strand of hair behind your ear. I'm sure you will, he said softly, his thumb gently caressing your cheek. But for now, I think I will keep teasing you. You felt your face flush again, his touch so tender that it sent a wave of warmth through you. You're lucky I like you, you muttered under your breath, and he smirked, leaning down until his forehead rested gently against yours. I'm more than lucky. I'm grateful, he whispered, his voice filled with sincerity. Your heart swelled at his words, the teasing forgotten as he looked into his eyes. I'm grateful too, he said quietly, your hand resting against his cheek. And for a moment, the world seemed to fall away, leaving just the two of you in the quiet intimacy of the room. His hand slid down to rest on your waist again, pulling you closer, his eyes never leaving yours. I love you, he murmured, his voice soft but sure. You smiled, the warmth in your chest spreading through your whole body. I love you too. Sometimes you truly wondered what was going on in his mind. But he knew no matter how mischievous he may act sometimes, he always had such pure intentions. Even now, when he had done that move earlier, he never really intended to look or do anything. All he wanted to do was just get a rise out of you, because he thought it was funny whenever you got embarrassed or angry. Well, not angry, because seeing you angry at him makes him a little bit upset, thinking that he had done something wrong. But right now, after what happened earlier, he was more than happy to just cuddle with you and appreciate you in the way that he knows best. He may not be so good at giving affection. It was not his forte. But when it came to you, somehow, it was always a little bit easier. It was something he enjoyed doing. Something he would always want to do, so long as you were involved. So long as you were the one that was receiving his love. He would want to give more and more of it, no matter how unusual it would be, coming from him. And as he pulled you into a gentle kiss, all the teasing, the pouting, and the playfulness wilted away, leaving only the quiet, comforting certainty of your love for each other, and of the fact that Kinich would always want to be with you and would always cherish you, no matter what happened, and no matter how long you would stay together.